Hey guys, it's Kara. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing another theory video, which is going to be right before the new chapter 12 because it's currently Thursday and I believe it's coming out on Saturday. But just because it's like the last theory video before chapter 12 comes out doesn't mean it's going to be the last theory video forever, because I'll be making ones on Piggy Inner City, and I'll also be making ones on different characters' backstories and also explaining the storyline for book 2 and stuff like that. But anyways, this will be the last theory that I make before chapter 12, before Piggy ends. But yeah, basically this is going to be kind of a part 2 of the last video I made, where I explained like the distraction chapter and all the secrets inside of it and stuff like that. And I'm going to be adding on to that and going in with more detail. And yeah, in this video I'm going to be talking about Dude Man and Mr. Stitchy's backstory, and I'm also going to be talking about Dude Man's name. And then that's sort of like the main thing, but I'm also gonna sort of explain the Sentinels a bit more and stuff like that. So in one of the notes it says, I gave him a face, I was his only friend, and I believe that was in either hospital or school, which is written by Dude Man, which is about Mr. Stitchy, because he gave Mr. Stitchy his teddy bear face. I believe Mr. Stitchy was basically the friend character from Port, because it's got the same exact body except without any legs, and of course without the face. It's just got like a weird smile. So I believe Dude Man gave Mr. Stitchy's teddy bear face, and it's basically saying that Mr. Stitchy and Dude Man used to be friends, and they were like Mr. Stitchy's friend was like his only friend was Dude Man, and same for Dude Man. Mr. Stitchy was Dude Man's only friend as well. Carnival also has a note, and it says, when he learned of my condition, he grew sad and frustrated. He left. It's about Mr. Stitchy getting angry about Dude Man growing more powerful than him, which is basically kind of talked about a little bit in the distraction chapter, where Dude Man explains that he was Mr. Stitchy's only friend, like I said in the last note, but then he started to grow more powerful than Mr. Stitchy himself and a lot like him. So then Mr. Stitchy got very angry about that, and he actually, I believe, started the infection, because he said that he made that very clear to the world, and I'm pretty sure he's the one who started the infection, and which is basically what this entire game, like what Piggy's based off of. But anyways, Mr. Stitchy started the infection as revenge, and another note backs that up. In Carnival, another note says, someone began to disrupt the countryside. The descriptions of witnesses matched his look. I never saw him again. That's again talking about how Mr. Stitchy left him and started the infection. There's also notes talking about and explaining how to summon Mr. Stitchy, like for example, in the Halloween event, there was a note that said, light the beacon, summon it. I don't actually have a screenshot for this, but I think it might have been in Forest. And there's also a couple other notes, but I'm just giving one example. But basically what this note means, light the beacon, summon it, it basically is talking about how we summoned Mr. Stitchy during the Halloween event, where we lit the candles, like it says, like the beacon, and then it summoned Mr. Stitchy. All of that's proof that Dude Man was the author of all of those notes I just talked about, and he's the one who's been writing about Mr. Stitchy for the grunged up old Mr. Stitchy notes. Now I'm going to be talking about Dude Man's name, because lately we've just kind of been calling him the Incidents, the Insolence Overseer, Dude Man, that kind of stuff. But now I'm going to actually be talking about what I think his real name is. As you may know, Dude Man is a human. He looks like a human for one, and also has 5 fingers, unlike all the other characters. A while ago, Minitoon made a joke tweet about Dude Man's name, where he put a bunch of emojis that looked like Dude Man, and underneath he put Harold. But we originally thought that was like a prank, a joke tweet or whatever. But I actually think that was true, because if you didn't know, which I'm sure most of you did, Minitoon likes to name all of the characters based off of what animal they are. So the first initial of their name is based off of what animal they are. So like for example, Zizzy Zebra, Willow Wolf, and Mimi Mole. Those are just a couple examples. Anyway, I think that his name's actually Harold Human because human starts with an H, and like I said earlier, Minitoon made a quote unquote joke tweet that his name was Harold, but now it actually makes sense because, Harold Human. Harold was his name before he joined the Insolence, when he was actually like a regular person and a regular human, but then after he joined the Insolence, it became Dude Man or the Insolence Overseer or whatever his Insolence name is. So basically, Harold was his regular name because he used to be a regular person. I have more info about who Mr. Stitchy is and who pulled Zizzy away and stuff like that in part 1, so like I said earlier, you should probably watch my last video for more context because I'm not going to be talking about everything that I talked about in the last video in this video. The next thing I want to talk about is the Sentinels. Basically, the Sentinels are piggies that kind of chase Zizzy around, and you can hit them with like a rusty sword, and it basically looks like the Crawly Piggy, except with a torso and a little bit different, but it's got the same head. That's technically all we know and all that's been confirmed, but I do have a small theory on them. Basically, I think Dude Man probably uses the Crawly Piggies many times in different forms to mess with people's minds. For example, a friend from Port, which is what I believe is what not Dude Man, Mr. Stitchy looked like without the mask, and I guess without the legs as well. But friend from the port map is like a little character that'll come out at you if you click all the Insolence eyes and then knock on the door. The Crawly Piggy trap from Docks, which you can unlock by doing a quest. And last, the Sentinels, which all three of those look quite similar, sort of buffed up from the last. Like, the friend character and the Crawly Piggy trap look pretty much the same, except the Crawly Piggy trap looks like a buffed up version from the friend. And in a way, the Sentinels look like a buffed up version from the Crawly Piggy trap, since it actually has a body and a torso and can walk around and try and kill you. Because the Crawly Piggy trap grabs you and takes you towards the piggy, so I think that Dude Man might use that trap to grab characters and then pull them in towards him. And the friend from Port just kills people, same for the Sentinels, stuff like that. I think he just uses the same character but in different forms. All of them are similar in some type of way, and all summon in some type of way, and all chase you. That's all of my theory about the Sentinels. But anyways, that's about it for this video. I'm gonna have another video completely based off of Dude Man's backstory / Harold. I guess I'll call him both. I'll call him Harold for the backstory video, but I'm gonna make a backstory video based off of Harold. There's gonna be a little bit of Mr. Stitchy's backstory in there as well. That'll probably be after the fact of Chapter 12. It was originally gonna be before, but I guess I'll at least have more information on him after Chapter 12 anyways. But it's not even gonna be like those videos where I either just have an image and read off of it, or I'm just kind of talking about them like my old videos where I did backstories. I'm gonna do a really big backstory on Dude Man / Harold. And also, I'm gonna be talking about Mr. Stitchy's backstory in that as well, and I might do another video based off of Mr. Stitchy and his backstory. And also, I'm sure that all or most of the theories in this video will be explained or confirmed in Chapter 12, or at least in one of the endings, because I think there's 5 endings. But anyways, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!